the test of real spiritual advancement. Real spiritual advancement is not measured by how long we have been practicing, how many scriptures we have memorized, how many lectures we have given, or how much recognition we receive. The real test is whether our heart is becoming transformed. Krishna consciousness is a process of changing consciousness, not merely changing external appearances. Are we becoming more humble? Lord Chaitanya taught, Trinadapi Sunichena Tara api Suhishnuna Amanina Manadina Kirtanya Sadahari. One should be more humbler than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, ready to offer all respects to others without expecting respect for oneself. A spiritually advanced person becomes less interested in being honored and more eager to honor others. Pride decreases while humility naturally increases. Is our attraction to Krishna increasing? The greatest symptoms of advancement is developing a genuine taste for hearing about Krishna, chanting his holy names, remembering him and serving him. Material pleasures gradually lose their grip because the soul begins to experience a higher happiness. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 59, Param Dristva Nirvatete. One gives up lower tastes upon experiencing a higher taste. Are material desires becoming weaker? Advancement is seen when the desires for wealth, prestige, power, sense enjoyment, and selfish gratification gradually diminish. The question is not whether temptation exists, but whether we are becoming less willing to serve them and more willing to serve Krishna. Are we becoming more compassionate? A devotee naturally feels compassion for all living beings because he understands that every soul is part and parcel of Krishna. Real compassion means helping others awaken their forgotten relationship with Krishna. Srila Prabhupada repeatedly emphasized that distributing the holy name and transcendental knowledge is the highest welfare work. How should we react to difficulty? Anyone can appear spiritual when life is easy. The real examination comes during suffering. Do difficulties make us bitter, angry, doubtful, and critical? Or do we deepen our surrender? A mature devotee sees every circumstances as an opportunity to depend more completely on Krishna. Are we developing a mood of service? The false ego asks, how can others serve me? Spiritually advanced asks, how can I serve Krishna and his devotees? Service gradually becomes our greatest happiness rather than our obligation. Are we becoming less critical? One of the greatest obstacles is fault finding. A spiritually advanced person becomes more occupied with correcting his own heart than exposing the faults of others. He understands that criticism contaminates his own consciousness. Is the holy name becoming our shelter? When happiness comes, do we remember Krishna? When suffering comes, do we run to Krishna? The mature devotee instinctively turns to the holy name in every situation. The holy name becomes home. Are we detached from recognition? Recognition is a dangerous test. If appreciation increases our enthusiasm, that is natural. But if criticism destroys our enthusiasm, our devotion may still depend upon public opinion rather than Krishna's pleasure. A genuine devotee desires only one approval. Is Krishna pleased? Are we pleasing the spiritual master? In the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, advancement is measured not by personal achievement, but by faithful service to Guru. The disciple constantly asks, am I following his instructions? Am I serving sincerely? Is my life becoming an offering? Pleasing the bona fide spiritual master means pleasing Krishna. Srila Rupa Goswami described pure devotional service. Pure devotion is free from selfish desires and is performed solely for Krishna's pleasure. This is the highest standard. Questions for self-examination. We should ask ourselves honestly. Do I chant with greater attention than I did a year ago? Am I more humble today? Do I forgive more easily? Am I becoming less attached to praise? Is my faith stronger during difficulties? Do I think of Krishna more often throughout the day? Do I genuinely desire to serve others? Is my heart becoming softer towards all living beings? Am I becoming free from envy and pride? Would Krishna be pleased with the direction my life is taking? The ultimate measure of spiritual advancement is not how much we know, but how much we love. Not how many followers we may have, but how faithfully we follow. Not how loudly we speak about Krishna, but how sincerely we serve him. Not how religious we appear, but how much our heart has become purified. As Srila Prabhupada often emphasized, the perfection of life is to awaken our dormant love for Krishna. When every thought, word, and action is increasingly meant for Krishna's pleasure, then spiritual advancement is genuine. The true success of devotional life is that our heart becomes a fit place for Krishna to reside, and our only aspiration becomes eternal loving service at his lotus feet. Hare Krishna.